In Australia, a class action over phantom braking and other issues began in the federal court last month, alleging Tesla has misled Australian consumers.
I think that the scale and the breadth of the litigation that's on foot internationally demonstrates that there's a serious problem with Tesla's vehicles.
Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Yes, that's right. ABC News in Australia is reporting that Australian Tesla owners, thousands of them, are seeking compensation as phantom braking leaves drivers completely terrified, this headline says. Now, ABC's done a news item on it, and we'll look at that video clip in a minute. But this article continues following a US consumer lawsuit over phantom braking. About 10,000 Tesla drivers in Australia have registered their interest in a class action against the company. The case began in federal court last month, claiming the Australian consumers were misled over phantom braking, battery range and self-driving capability. So it's not just about the phantom braking. There are other issues as well. Now let's get into this video. It's a good item and I'll react to some of it as we go.
A Tesla seemed like the perfect car for businessman Dominic Yin when he bought it about 2 years ago. But a few months later, things turned sour while he was driving on the highway between Sydney and Melbourne.
It's terrible. It's just very haunting.
Dominic says the car suddenly decelerated and that behind him was a truck.
Suddenly slowed down for obvious no reason. No car at the front, nothing on the side. And it just suddenly slowing down. The truck driver behind me pressed a horn and passed by and gave me fingers. And which I pointed to the car. I said, it's not me, it's this car.
Dominic says the car was in Tesla's autopilot mode, which according to the company, enables the car to steer, accelerate and brake automatically within its lane.
How scary was that?
Very, very scary. And suddenly you feel it's something else is controlling you and take you for a scary ride.
Many cars these days have some sort of automated controls, and in Teslas, the autopilot system is standard in most models. You can set your speed, and the car will automatically slow down for other cars in your lane. You can also set the car to stay in the lane. But at all times, Tesla advises drivers to keep their hands on the steering wheel.
So this is not FSD unsupervised, this is autopilot. They do talk about FSD a little bit too, but there have been a lot of reports of this phantom braking. I've seen them a lot online, and this has resulted in a lawsuit in Australia, as we can see.
Tesla's claim is that autopilot is designed to make driving safer.
Autopilot consists of features that make your car safer and more convenient to drive.
But some drivers say it's dangerous, reporting what's known as phantom braking when the car rapidly decelerates for no reason.
Phantom braking has been documented in videos shared by Tesla owners. Their vehicles suddenly slam the brakes, often on open roadways.
Oh, there we are. That was ridiculous.
Tesla has also faced legal action over problems with autopilot more generally.
The driver was killed when his car smashed into a highway barrier after being set on autopilot.
And this morning, the automaker says the driver had his hands off the wheel for 6 seconds, but the man's family says he complained about an autopilot problem before that accident.
Among the cases, the company reportedly settled a lawsuit last year after a Californian man died in 2018 while using autopilot. It's also currently appealing a lawsuit by the estate of another man who died in a crash in Florida in 2019. Tesla has reportedly denied any wrongdoing, claiming driver error.
I think that the scale and the breadth of the litigation that's on foot internationally demonstrates that there's a serious problem with Tesla's vehicles.
In Australia, a class action over phantom braking and other issues began in the federal court last month, alleging Tesla has misled Australian consumers.
Okay, so that's the core, that Tesla has misled consumers, misled owners of Teslas about what the capabilities are. And again, we've had a lot of comment online about this, about how it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And with unsupervised FSD, is it leading people to rely on it too much or to be complacent about it rather than supervising it not as much as they should, relying on it too much? Even if it's like 100 miles, 200 miles, that one incident can be a problem when it happens if people aren't paying as much attention as they could because they're relying too heavy on it, too much confidence in it. That's an open question there.
Well, since commencing the proceedings, we've had thousands of Australians register their interest in participating as group members. Drivers have reported feeling completely terrified when their vehicles have braked suddenly, and it has led in some cases to collisions. We've had many reports of people who've registered for this class action telling us that they've been driving with their hands on the vehicle, fully alert, and these issues have occurred nonetheless.
We invited Tesla Australia to respond to the claims, but we did not receive a reply. The class action is set to return to court later this year, and if it proceeds to trial, the company's inner workings could be made public.
We'll certainly be seeking a wide array of material from them and data, and that data will include things such as complaints made in respect of the vehicle. It will include things like design history files. It will include things like communications internally with respect to the performance and safety of the vehicles.
Wow, so that would be interesting, all that information that they are asking for there, if Tesla comes up with that.
The next step up from autopilot is FSD.
Under your supervision, Full Self-Driving Supervised, also known as FSD, can drive your Tesla almost anywhere.
The so-called full self-driving capability can identify traffic lights and stop signs and respond accordingly under driver supervision.
The features of FSD make your Tesla safer and more convenient to drive by navigating through many different types of roadways.
The US road safety regulator is investigating 4 Tesla crashes involving FSD. In one of them, a pedestrian was killed.
Given the issues we're seeing with phantom braking and the self-driving technology that Tesla has rolled out to date, we should approach with great caution the rollout of any further automation in Tesla's vehicles.
Okay, so this is happening. Don't forget, we're just weeks, days away. The FSD rollout, the robotaxi rollout in Austin, although Tesla has, put that back, delayed it a little bit, but you could say it's been delayed years and years and years, with Elon Musk saying that, there'll be 1 million robotaxis on the road by 2020, and further back than that is 2016. I've got him on video saying we're just months away from going coast to coast, LA to New York, without touching the wheel. He said this repeatedly year after year, this kind of thing. It still isn't there yet. Now it's delayed again. So this is in the backdrop of that. Evangelicals, Tesla bulls will be saying that this is just more FUD here, but this is an actual case. So we'll have to see. They'll say it's a hit piece by the Australian ABC about Tesla, but these things are real. And they've got 10,000 people in this case of things that have happened to them. They might say that this was ages ago, previous versions of the software, and it's much better now. But these things are still happening. You can see online on X, repeated issues with FSD still going on.
Tesla owner Dominic Yin has registered with the class action and is hoping for a consumer victory.
If you knew there was a problem, would you have bought this car?
No way.
So there you go. I'd love to know what you think about this. Do you think there'll be more kind of cases about this around the world? Phantom braking and other issues. As I said, it's in the backdrop of robotaxis about to roll out. What do you think of all this? Let me know in the comments. And right now I'm going to put a related video right there and a subscribe link on screen. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed yet to get more of these kinds of videos from me in the very near future. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.